aboard!
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Woodsman Wack-Off, the series that puts two woodsmen face to face to see which competitor can whack off their log the fastest. In today's episode, we see if a lightly modded Timberwolf can compete against a lightly modded X-Torque 372. Or, well, sort of. The Jonsered 2172 is identical to the Husqvarna 372 X-Torque in all but appearance. It also, I guess, doesn't have the option of a factory high-flow air filter. This particular saw was rebuilt with a Highway 372 XP X-Torque cylinder, intake, and exhaust setup that has all been flow ported. What is flow porting? Simple, really. Flow porting is just a way of making your engine breathe a little bit better without changing any timing numbers. It does not provide the type of power gains that a real port job can give, but it does give your saw a snappier response and a slightly higher RPM capability. At 71 cc's, this Jonsered 2172 should be able to send the direwolf running with its tail tucked between its legs. The direwolf. It looks awesome, but honestly at this point it really isn't anything special. It's just an Echo 590 Timberwolf with a muffler mod, the high-jet governing hole plugged, and dyed plastics. So however good it looks, it's really just a 590 Timberwolf with a muffler mod. Really shouldn't stand a chance against the Jonsered, but enough talky-talky about the saws. The operators of the day are Hot Rod. Hot Rod did all the modifications on both saws and will be running the direwolf as it dry humps a big log. Soft Hand Steve will be running the Jonsered, but secretly I think he's hoping to get a glimpse of the direwolf's pink lipstick. Now let's whack off. Alright, there they are. Steve waving hi to his mom. Hot Rod giving the thumbs up. Let's get it on. We're revving them up, getting ready to dig them deep into that wood. Here they go on the gentle glide down the shaft. Both saws slinging chips. And boy, it's awfully close. My goodness, that's close. But wow. The 2172 takes the glide down the shaft, but not by much. Here we are on the tug-up. Both saws digging in good, showing good torque, and it's close again. My goodness, it's very close. Look at him leaning back. Boom! Oh my God, did I see what I think I just saw? Look at this in slow motion. Here we go. Both saws being tugged up as hard as the operator can tug them without the saw bogging. And getting close. The 2172 is through, but not all the way. The 590 or the direwolf it made it through first. So here we are on the actual vice grip. Now the 2172 stumbled just a little bit there, but this is really where the torque comes in because, man, those operators are digging them in. And the 2172 takes it, giving it the win for this here whack off, but not by as much as many would expect. So, here we go. There's your winner, and let's see what Bodie has to say about it. Did you see that one coming? I know. I mean, to say that I saw it coming is not exact. I saw it being close. I did. I saw it being close. That 590 ain't no joke. And, there's a lot of people that could possibly say this and that and make some sort of, that. Listen, I try and be as fair as I can possibly be, guys. I really do. Does this race mean that the direwolf is better than a 372? No, they're different saws. And, yes, if you put it in bigger wood, it would probably lose at a larger rate. I don't know. So, but I try and be as fair as I can. Both saws running a 20-inch bar. Both saws running a out-of-the-box Husqvarna X-Cut chain. Both saws are in 14 by 14 red oak. The direwolf, if you notice the angles is kind of canted. The pieces are stacked like this. That's just the way that I was able to mill them. If anything, the dire wolf had a little bit more meat of wood than the 2172 did, but not. I mean, it's not worth even mentioning. Really, they're both 14 by 14 blocks of red oak. I think what made a difference, what allowed the dire wolf to win the tug up, was that Hot Rod. Hot Rod was going up more straight, whereas Soft Hand Steve was digging like this. But honestly, whenever you dig like this, more of your bar is coming out of the wood sooner, which means the saw should be able to pull more RPMs in those final cuts. So it was fair. I mean, it was fair. And the dire wolf lost. But my point in this isn't that the 2172 can beat the dire wolf. My point is, damn it, they were close. And whenever you look at it like that, 60cc saw versus 70cc saw, the size of that echo being a little bit bigger than other 60cc saws, it kind of fits now because it pulls with a muffler mod, a good running one, a good running 590. It's broken in. It has a muffler mod. It also has that high jet mod, which I'm starting to think makes a bigger difference than I give it credit for. But it's it runs good, runs darn good, and it's a really good, enjoyable saw to have in your hands and run. So, and that the 2172 with the highway cylinder, a lot of people might go, well, the highway cylinder is not as good as a stock one. Well, maybe it's not. Maybe it's not. But what I can tell you is, I believe it had about 175 pounds of compression, because I was running it with a pop-up and without a base gasket. Okay, so it had real good compression, not staggering, but really good compression. I just flow ported that cylinder, which just simply opening it up where I could, widening intake and exhaust instead of raising and lowering, because I didn't know what I was doing at that point. I didn't. And I'm still learning, but flow porting does help, but it's nowhere near what actual porting a cylinder is. So it's got a muffler mod on it. We're talking about the 2172 still. It has a full open muffler mod. Just got a little pipe sticking off to the side there. What else? The intake, all of the support, all the little walls and crap that's inside the intake of those X-Torque saws is all cut out. And so it is a good flowing, good running saw that got sold off to somebody. I don't know. It's down the road somewhere. But I'm sure that it's still running great to this day. It was a good saw. It was a good build. And I'm completely confident that it was stronger than a stock 372 X-Torque with a Husqvarna cylinder and everything. Because a lot was done to it to open it up and make it breathe better. Just the muffler mod alone is worth a lot of extra power on these saws. So with that, if I had a 372 X-Torque, a stock one, a complete stock one, which I don't have the ability to test one of those right now. In the future, I'm sure that I will. But I bet you this dire wolf would beat it. And that's just all it is an Echo 590 that runs good with a muffler mod and a little carb tweak. Closed up that high jet on the carb. Anyways, so pretty cool little race. What's been going on though? Let's see. Been watching a lot. Oh, hey, I had gotten a few people were asking me, wanting to donate to the channel, which is mind-boggling to me. Because none of us creators actually, we feel like we're begging whenever we're asking for money. And that's not cool to us. But we are producing entertaining material. And that's why you're watching it. That's why you come back, video after video after video, week after week after week. Because, are you not entertained? And so if you would like to give to the channel, I would like your money. Beneath this video, you'll have to, anyways, I think there's a heart. And it's got like a $sign in it, and it says give thanks or something like that. Please send me your thanks. All it's going to do is lead to more videos and higher quality. And it's awesome. It's great. I give money to Hollywood all the time. All the time. So, and every one of us YouTubers are the same. I've talked with several other creators, and it's always fascinating. I spoke with Harvey the other day, Iron Horse, and how do I put this? Well, I'm just going to say it and Harvey will get it. All right. I try to put forth an honest representation of who I am, mistakes and all, and whatever comes off on camera, however you read me. Like, I've had a lot of people think that I was arrogant. Well, I am arrogant, but they also will say that I don't listen to advice, which is total BS. I don't know where anybody gets that, but I have had that comment multiple times. Oh, he doesn't want to listen to advice. Really? Is it because I didn't respond to you? Because I get hundreds of comments. and I think I have told you all before, I cannot do it anymore. I can't stay on top of all the comments. If you make a comment and I don't reply to you, you have to understand that I'm busy and I can't respond to everybody's stuff. And a lot of times I don't even know what to say. Like, I think a lot of people use text to talk, and they're like, yeah, down here on the other back 40 of the CB radio, and whenever you read their text to talk, you're like, that doesn't make no damn sense whatsoever. I don't even know how to respond. But what am I getting at here? I don't even know. We're real people. Us creators are real people. And whenever we're in front of the camera and we're trying to tell you what's in our head, it gets difficult because there are going to be 20 different things that we are thinking about as we are trying to give you the stuff that is inside our head that's clear as a bell to us. But whenever we try and get it out, it's like mixing the mashed potatoes and the peas together, It's like, whoa, hey, no, you said two different things. Like the other day I was watching Dub, and actually it was this morning. I was watching a video about the rebuild on the 475, I think it is, Poland. And he was saying he had a flocked filter and he had a mesh filter. And he was like, this here's the flocked filter. And he was clearly holding the mesh filter in his hand, or vice versa. Well, I know what it's like. I've done that before. We make those mistakes. We are real people who make those mistakes. And a lot of times, whenever we are teaching something, whenever we are talking about something, we come across as stern and serious. right? And brings me back to Harvey. He sits there in front of his camera. Well, let me tell you, he's talking like this, and he's going, "You will. That right there. That right there. Right?" And you have this image of him in your mind as a gruff old man. And to a certain extent, that's what he is. But talking with him in person, I gotta say, man, it was fun as can be. It was fun as can be. He was jolly, happy, fun, funny. I can't wait to meet him in person, just like a lot of you guys. I mean, I hope that as many of you will make it out to Sawfest in Marysville, Ohio this October, because I am most definitely planning on being there, and I have been planning this, and I'm certain that it will go through, and I'm looking forward to meeting everybody, because it has been my experience so far that whatever someone may seem like online, whenever you speak to them, in reality, like a telephone call is reality. You're actually talking with that person, and you can pick up on the mannerisms and the humor that would not come through whenever you type it out. And it definitely wouldn't come through whenever you type it out and it's misspelled or you got bad grammar. So getting a chance to talk with, I've spoken with Dub, I've spoken with Charlie Briscoe. I've spoken with Charlie a lot. Cajun, and Iron Horse. I've communicated directly, but through messages with Indiana Doug, Dino Joe, and then there's been a plethora of subscribers that reach out and get a hold of me. And what I have found consistently, is everybody is the same. We're all enjoyable. I mean, just simply, like, I like that guy. Everybody has a good heart and just wants the best. But a lot of times whenever you guys write that in the comments and stuff, you have to understand that your humor doesn't come out. Humor is hard to write. And I know I get a lot of stuff, a lot of comments, and I'm like, was that supposed to be funny? And, I don't even know what to do a lot of times. And then I'll write things. I know that the way that I write things a lot of times are very poignant. And it seems like I'm going, nope, you're wrong. Bam. And I'm correcting people and stuff. And it's like, no, I'm not doing that. It's just the way it comes out. Whereas if you're speaking to somebody on the phone, or you're seeing them in person, you can see the smile whenever they say, you dummy. You can't see that whenever it's just written. And it was another thing is, you can't get a good grasp on a person's personality just by watching them in a certain light. And it was really cool to get a chance to talk with Harvey, because I swear, I know that some people will be like, oh no, he's just wanting Iron Horse's subscribers. To be fair, absolutely I want Iron Horse's subscribers. I want everybody's subscribers, of course. I am doing this because I enjoy it, and I am looking to actually make some money from it. There it is, But no, Iron Horse was fun as shit to talk to. he was fun, man. But anyways, I guess that's enough about that. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Pretty darn surprising that the 590 with a muffler mod is really all it is. And it hung right there. It hung right there. That is an impressive saw. Another thing to look at too, though, is I know that my Jonsered 2258 will beat the Direwolf in its current condition. And it'll beat it nicely. And it isn't even broken in yet. So I'm looking forward to whenever the 2258 tries out the 372. The 372 X-Torque. Because I think the 2258 will beat it. But I don't have a proper log set up at the moment. The one that I have is dried out and hard, and I can't really use that for any real whack-off testing unless I do it side by side right there in the moment. Also, the 2258 is not broken in yet. So, anyways, that being said, I guess that's it. Hope you enjoyed the video, and yeah, please say thanks by giving me some money. That's weird. That's weird.